Amir Khan is looking pretty big right now. I know for the 30-day weigh-in, he was around like 160, low 160, 161 or something like that. So he's still already pretty close to weight of 155. So they might be monitoring his weight okay. It's just a different look for Khan, so it raises concern. How is he going to hold that weight on fight night? Will the weight make that much of a difference? I mean, by the time he rehydrates, if he's down to 147, anyway, if he's making 147, by the time he rehydrates, he might be around the same weight that he'll rehydrate to on the night of Canelo fight anyway. I've just always been of the school of thought that you always do what you normally do, no matter the fight or the weight. Um, Obviously, the target is different, but look at Pacquiao when he was fighting guys from 154 like a Margarito. He was still coming in around the same weight, give or take a pound or two, but he wasn't doing anything different. He wasn't like, oh, I'm going to bulk up because I'm fighting this bigger guy. He still came in as who he was. When he fought De La Hoya, he still came in as who he was. Um, for Khan, I would just hate to see him do anything different. Like, look at McGregor versus Diaz. Different sport, but still a combat sport. So you can relate him a little bit. He went up 2 weight classes and he came in bigger, noticeably bigger. And you thought one school of thought was, okay, he didn't have to lose all that weight, so he's not going to come in sluggish. He's going to come in a little stronger. He's not going to wear down. However, it ended up being the opposite. That added muscle, that added weight, slowed him down, and it also wore him down quicker because he's obviously carrying around more weight, and especially if it's muscle, it's going to wear down. Especially if it's in the legs, it's going to wear down. And I remember Mackie Shilstone, a guy who strength and conditioning coach for did some strength and conditioning work for pretty much anybody who was coming up in weight and needed to add muscle and weight without sacrificing speed. He did that for Spinks. I believe the first fighter he worked with was Spinks coming up to fight Ali down here in New Orleans because Mackie Shilstone is a New Orleans guy. He's a staple down here. Also worked with Roy Jones moving up to fight John Ruiz. Also worked with Bernard Hopkins moving up to fight Antonio Tarver. And I remember seeing interviews with him down here, and he was talking about there's a way to do it without sacrificing speed. Basically, it depends on what part of the body you add the weight. The forearms. I remember him talking about that when Bernard Hopkins moved up to fight Antonio Tarver. He said, I'm going to put a lot of weight. I'm going to put muscle in his forearms. I'm going to put muscle in his neck. I'm not going to put muscle in his legs. I remember a boxing trainer down here when I was in the gym was telling fighters, do not add muscle in the weight. Do not add muscle in the weight. You don't want to do that because it wears down. So when I see Khan's physique right now, it's a little worrisome where you see the weight, and it's a little worrisome of if you're a Khan fan, will he wear down in this fight? Is he trying too much to change his body to maybe I don't know, instead of using the attributes that got him where he is and saying, okay, I'm going all in on speed here. He's going to sacrifice that a little bit and say, I'm going to bulk up a little bit. I'm going to add some weight, and I'm going to try to add some weight to where I can hurt Canelo and keep him honest in the fight. And I don't think that's the way to go. I don't think that's the way to go. But there is that other school of thought, like I said, that the added weight won't hurt him because naturally he'll come in around the same weight on fight night, and he won't have to lose that extra weight and drain himself the night before the fight, so it's not going to make much of a difference. So that school of thought as well. I'm a creature of habit. I just say do what got you there. If you have to come in around 150 on fight night, or on weigh in anyway, lose a couple extra pounds and rehydrate and don't sacrifice your speed. Unless you have a strength and conditioning coach that is as good as a Mackie Shilstone and can bulk you up 8 pounds without sacrificing that speed. We shall see. We shall see. Um, Either way, I don't see it much doing much of a difference because I think there's a clear gap in talent as well as the gap in weight here. But maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out in a couple weeks. But what do y'all think about Khan and his physique right now and sporting those love handles a little bit? And at least he's not looking like Victor Ortiz right now. If you're a Victor Ortiz fan, you got to worry because he's looking a lot like a bodybuilder right now. And if you see a guy coming in looking like a bodybuilder, kind of like um, man, I'm drawing a blank right now. What was your boy that fought Oscar De La Hoya and oh, Fernando Vargas? Can't believe I drew that blank. But when he came in and he fought Oscar De La Hoya, and he looked like a bodybuilder, and he was obviously roided up at that time. Got popped, but he just looked like a bodybuilder, and he wore down very quick in that fight, very quick. So all that muscle can wear you down. It's a lot to carry around. Y'all hit me up and let me know what y'all think about this, and if this is troublesome for Amir Khan.